Today's episode is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Renewal by Andersen offers you a better way to a better window. Go to rbacentralpadeals.com for this month's specials. Teacher advocacy is currently one of the main topics of debate in the Penridge School District. Meanwhile, the U.S. Postal Service wasn't exactly complimented at a congressional hearing yesterday. Berks County is getting some money to put towards recreation and conservation efforts. Finally, 2 emus come home after going their own way. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. The Penridge School Board first began talking about teacher advocacy back in June, reports the Bucks County Courier-Times. These internal discussions first began after it came to light that some teachers were advocating for social causes in classrooms, such as one middle school English teacher who taught a lesson on the use of gender-defining pronouns. Teacher advocacy continues to be the center of debate, especially since some of the district's proposed policies, which have yet to come to a vote, want to put restrictions on what kind of flags, icons, or symbols educators can put on their desks. One board member, Ronald Word, says there may be just an outright ban on placing anything on desks, including family photos. While there are those who worry about how these policies may negatively affect those in school, others applaud them as a means of putting the focus back on academics. It is unlikely any decisive action will be taken until October. Legislators got together at a congressional hearing in Philadelphia yesterday to, quote, publicly flog, unquote, the U.S. Postal Service, reports the York Daily Record. Why? Because of its poor performance in Pennsylvania over the last few years, which includes but isn't limited to delayed mail, missing mail, stolen mail, and crimes against postal workers. The Subcommittee on Government Operations highlighted key examples of these errors, like the mail-in ballots delivery debacle seen during the 2020 elections. Said Representative Matt Cartwright, quote, "We've heard horror stories from constituents that the U.S. mail is going unsorted and without enough workers to deliver it. While no specific plans for improvement were given, many have called for the firing of the current Postmaster General, Louis DeJoy." Berks County is getting $548,000 to improve recreation in the area and to conserve natural resources, states the Reading Eagle. Governor Tom Wolf announced this week how projects in Berks were among 330 total that would receive state grants to revitalize local communities. These projects include developing the Schuylkill River Trail in Muhlenberg Township and preparing a recreation park and open space in South Heidelberg Township. 2 emus have come home after going their own way, says PennLive. It was last Thursday when the emus, whose names are Stevie and Nix, managed to escape from their home in Scenery Hill. How they managed to break the chain and get free is unknown, but after nearly a week, it has been confirmed they were spotted hanging out on a hill and returned home on Tuesday. According to Stevie and Nix's owner, Aram Azarian, their reunion was, quote, emotional. That wraps up today's episode. For even more news, head on over to PennLive.com. And please don't forget to leave this podcast a rating, if you should be so kind, and to share us around with someone you think would enjoy it too. Thanks in advance. And as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll return for another round of Today in PA. Today's episode is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Renewal by Andersen offers you a better way to a better window. Go to rbacentralpadeals.com for this month's specials.